I tried AG1 for the last 30 days and this is my completely unsponsored review. Honestly, even my results surprised me. Stay tuned to find out if this is a waste of money or a good investment. So this is what you get for £170, which is a laughably large sum of money. I've got a fancy metal tin that has a pouch of powder in it. I have 30 travel packs, which I picked up to see what they were like. I get one water bottle with a nice lid, and I get one vitamin D3 and K2 supplement. First and foremost, I think it's far too expensive. In terms of this product, as I said, I'm going to give it a try, but the reality is this is probably just going to be an expensive multivitamin. When you break down the ingredients in this, they have what's called proprietary blend, which means that they're not going to show you the exact quantities of the ingredients. The reason they do this is to prevent other people carbon copying the product, but also so that they can put the cheaper ingredients towards the bulk of the powder. So first and foremost, I think it's highly expensive. There's probably great alternatives out there, but I'm going to give this one a try. So I'm going to take this AG1 first thing in the morning every day to see how I go. It is like 6:30 and I'm going to add one heaped scoop of the green powder, and I've also added one drop of the vitamin D3 and K2 supplementation. As you can see, I'm pretty tired this morning. And I expect this to taste like shit. It just tastes like yard clippings or grass, really. That's how I would probably define it. It's one of the better greens powders I've tried, but I haven't tried a greens powder in years, so I was hoping they had advanced the formulas a bit, so it's manageable. I'll finish it off. And there you have it, morning one down the hatch. So the ingredients inside AG1 are actually pretty good. The only issue is the dosages. So this is a 12-gram serving, and the way this works on the label is the proprietary blend, although that's hidden in terms of the exact quantities, you have to list the largest ingredient first. The first ingredient on this is spirulina. Now, the effective dose of spirulina is around 8 grams, which means that if they're using the effective dose, it only leaves about 4 grams for every other ingredient. There's also 2 grams of fiber, which means you're down to 2. And then there's ashwagandha in here as well, which actually has an effective dose of 600 milligrams. So all of that equates to 10.6 grams, meaning that you only have 1.4 grams left for everything else. There's also some probiotics in AG1, but the reality is we don't know an enormous amount about gut health in order to make great decisions about probiotics. What has been shown to be more effective is things like these: fruits, vegetables, and prebiotics. These are actually proven to be slightly more effective. So we're 7 days into the process of trying AG1, and I don't feel too much different. Now, this could probably speak to the fact that I do eat a balanced diet most of the time. I do prioritize fruits, I do prioritize vegetables in my daily nutrition, so maybe I'm just not getting the benefit that potentially someone who lacks those could potentially see, because there are tons of reviews online and the product is very well reviewed, showing examples of people really noticing some significant changes after a few days. One thing I will point out is I am currently in a fat loss phase. Now, usually when my calories are low, that means my digestion slows down a little, without getting into too much detail. I haven't noticed that, so my digestion has actually been much better over the last 7 to 10 days or so than it usually would be when I'm cutting down or trying to lose body fat. So I have noticed that certainly as an offset to my digestive health. So potentially for myself, this could be one of the bigger benefits of just plugging that gap of micronutrients, probiotics, and a little bit of additional fiber when my calories are lower. What I do want to get into is the effects of placebo and nocebo. One thing that you really tend to see when it comes to testing out products is the perception of the product to start with. If you feel like a product can be beneficial for you, it sometimes usually is, because of how powerful our brains are in psychology and the placebo effect. You also have the opposite, which is the nocebo effect, meaning that If you believe a product is going to be ineffective or useless, then you tend to actually see it trending that way. So if you're someone who doesn't eat fruit, doesn't eat vegetables, you don't like getting them into your diet, and you feel like AG1 could be beneficial, then taking it may actually be beneficial for you, not just on a micronutrient and fiber and health basis, but also psychologically you could potentially gain some benefits from it. So although this is a very expensive product, if you have deep financial pockets and money isn't too much of a concern, then if you believe something like this could be helpful, sometimes it actually makes sense just to take it. But we're 7 days in, I haven't noticed too many benefits. We're going to do an updated day 30, and I will leave you with my final recommendations on what you should do when it comes to considering AG1 for yourself. So it's been 30 days on AG1, and here are my final thoughts. Thought number one, I didn't notice any massive performance benefits, but I did notice a digestive benefit. One, I don't think that's a problem with the product. I think it's more the quality of my nutrition. I do consume a lot of fruit and vegetables, and the digestion was definitely improved, which in a fat loss phase for me is pretty rare. So pretty happy with that. I think the use case for me personally is going to be when I travel. So I have the travel packs, I actually travel relatively soon, and I am going to take them and probably continue to use them on the road. The formula is decent tasting enough for me not to be put off, and when I'm on the road and struggling to get vegetables and fruits in as often as I like, I think this can be a great stopgap. If you're someone who does not like fruits and vegetables and who does not get them into your diet, something like this could plug the gap. Again, it is going to be an expensive way to do this. There's probably other products there that are more cost effective, but if you like it and you like the taste of it and you're more likely to get micronutrients in because of it, then I'm all for using it. If, however, you're someone who is going to take this instead of fruits and vegetables and you start to deprioritize fruits and vegetables in your diet, I think that's a pretty bad choice. I think you're stepping over dollars to pick up cents at that stage. That's my final thoughts. This was not a sponsored review in any way. I am not paid by AG1. I do not have a referral code. I do not have an affiliate link. This was just my honest opinion from the word go. If you enjoyed this video, off to the side is going to be I tried using the whip for 30 days. As you can see, I'm still wearing it, so that probably gives you an indication of what I thought about it, but go and check it out.